So today we're going to be going over the message center that's on your main menu. It's this little eye icon right here for information. And we're also going to be specifically going over grabbing trouble codes and clearing them as well. So when you first get to this page, likely it'll be on the main menu. And likely it will have like the latest information. So this right here means I need to calibrate my TCM, which you do through your Starfire receiver icon. So just the latest update on your system, latest trouble code to come about. So let's move on to addresses. This is a section that the customer does not particularly use, but it's very helpful for your techs. So just out of curiosity, I'll tell you guys a little bit about it. So each one of these controllers, you can get into it and grab some diagnostics from that area. So voltages, things like that. Let's move on to diagnosis. So diagnostics, this is going to be the main area that you're going to focus on in this setup. So in order to grab some codes, you come to your diagnostics tab, H, and you can scroll through all of these. So it looks like I have a couple that have codes. So instead of going into them individually, at the top, I'm going to do show all. And sometimes this takes just a minute. I've heard it can take up to 15 minutes, so just have to be patient. All right, there we go. So it looks like we have 3 trouble codes. This is the code number. This is the important thing to write down. This is a very important thing to take a picture of and show to your dealership. This really helps us diagnose something, especially before we come out into the field. If you have JD Link, we are actually able to pull these codes remotely. So your tractor will shoot them off to us. It can also shoot them off to you, your cell phone, your email address. And so we can actually take care of the issue a lot of ways beforehand. So look, yeah, we have 13 counts on this VTI code, and then we have another VTI code, and then an ITC code. So that's some helpful information for us. To clear these codes, like let's say you're trying to make a code pop up again. Let's say you switch a terminator, and you want to see if that actually fixed your problem. You're going to come to this button right here to clear your codes and start over to see if you get those replicating. So I'm just going to go back for now, back button. So that's how you clear codes, and that's how you retrieve codes for your dealership. Really helps us out. Thanks. Pictures are always preferred. So let's move on to the control unit. This is something that's not really used by the grower, but can be used by your dealership. So it just gives you how many times, gives you counts on how many times these different controllers are communicating with your system, and also can give you like some serial numbers and some information about those controllers. So yeah, probably don't need to worry about that. Vehicle and implement can as well. So your bus, CAN bus, vehicle bus, and CCD. This is just your network status. So again, no need to worry about this. Reprogram, something you might come into contact with. So we do use this if you are reprogramming let's say a command center, so the displays that are permanently mounted to your machine. You can stick a piece of software in it, like a flash drive. It will update your receiver or any other external controllers, but it will not update the actual display. So in order to do that, you do need to contact your dealership, and we have to do that for you guys. But let's say you have like a 2630 display, it's not permanently mounted, you do stick a piece of software in there and it doesn't accept the software. So chances are that it's all up to date and it doesn't need the software, but to double check this, you just come into this section, go to reprogram, and then go to reprogram device. If you have the flash drive in your machine, you just have to click this button right here and it should have the latest software listed, whatever's on that flash drive, and you click that and then click accept. So yeah, just a real handy way to kind of force a software update. So cleanup is used to remove ISO implement data from the display, and the info is reloaded after the display restarts. So it's helpful if a controller has an issue with loading, but again, not used too often. There's also another one called Transfer Debug. It allows your display screen to be saved to an external memory card. So let's say if you're having some issues with it and you need to copy that over, that's where you go, Transfer Debug. All right, I think that covers everything for today. Thanks guys so much for listening and watching. If you have any suggestions for any videos, please let your local Stoats Equipment dealership know. And again, we appreciate your business so much. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.